and welcome to the Daily Digestion channel. For those of you who watch my channel, you know that I basically don't wear any makeup. What you see is what you get. Sometimes I'll powder my nose if I feel like it. But guess what? Today is one of those days where I don't feel like it, and I really don't care because this video is for women only. So basically, this is about menopause, or maybe not menopause so much as mennoriah, heavy menstrual cycles, and the like. I'm not really sure how I'm going to upload this mennoriah video, so basically what has happened is I am perimenopausal, which sometimes it happens when women are 38 years old, 30 years old. It can happen 50 years old. Some people never even go through it. Like I met this older lady at the gym. She was about 70 years old, and I was like, so, I'm going through this, blah, blah, blah. How was it for you? And blah, blah, blah. And she was like, honey, I never went through menopause. And I was like, she was like, I didn't even know it happened. It was just no big deal. And she's just all happy and bubbly about it. And I was like, wow, ain't you lucky? You know, and I'm sitting there going, I'm just kidding. But seriously, I was like, yeah, sure, you're lying. Cause I know, I'm just kidding. Oh, Lord, help me. So, meanwhile, back at the ranch, as I'm blacking out right now from blood loss, and I'm not joking, it's been rough, guys. It's been really rough. So what's going into this green juice? Guys, this is a really hardcore green juice. And what we have here is some parsley, a bunch of parsley, 1 whole lemon, about 5 stalks of celery, 5 dandelion leaves, and about 4 carrots, 1 beet, let's see, this much ginger, and some apple. I'm not going to put much apple, guys. Probably 1 apple. But all I can really say about this menopausal, perimenopausal journey is I called my best friend up, and I was like, man, I'm really going through this, and I was like, it's rough. I was like, I've really lost a lot of blood, and I'm kind of getting a little concerned. And she was like, oh yeah, guess what? I just went through the very same thing last month. And she was like, I went to the doctor and they ran all these scans and she spent all these thousands of dollars of money. And they basically told her to go home and take some ibuprofen, and they could either put her on hormone therapy, or they could run a bunch of more scans and more tests and biopsies and all this stuff. And she was like, no, I'm good, I'm fine. You know, she figured it out. It's just part of the process. And but it's like, where do you draw the line? How do you know? You know, it's like, as I was laying on my deathbed, and I literally felt like I was dying. Like, I don't know how much blood that I lost, but it was quite a bit. I mean, I literally felt like I was dying, guys. I'm just gonna be honest. It was a complete nightmare. And I was seeing visions of my grandma, like in the distance, kind of waving at me, and I'm like, Granny, I'm coming up to meet you, you know, type thing. But I didn't die. I wasn't dying. I'm still not dying. And I'm glad I didn't get all freaked out and go to the doctor, because, you know, I'm fine. I'm fine. And I've been cleaning the house. I feel amazing as long as I'm on the green juice. The green juice is literally bringing me back to life. Like, I seriously could not imagine living without it. You know what I'm saying, guys? It is like, if I could choose to whether eat right now or juice, I would juice, because that's where I'm truly getting my nourishment, where after, you know, I've gone through this. Oh, lousy. That's what happens when you put parsley in there. It just, like, it's crazy. What I do is I take like a little carrot and I just kind of slosh it around in there, see it going through. But guys, you know, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not even going to pretend like I'm one. I was told by a chiropractor this morning that, you know, quit watching all those people on YouTube. You're not a doctor. Quit pretending like you're one. And I'm like, okay, so I have to be a doctor to know what's going on with my body? It's like, nobody knows what's going on with my body. When I have my bicycle wreck, every time I've been to the doctor, it's so ridiculous. Every time I've been to the doctor, they all don't know what the hell's going on. And it's so daggum obvious. Especially after I went into the nursing program, I could really see through it. I was just like, man, these kids are fresh out of freaking college. They don't know they're from a hole in the ground. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's ridiculous. And they're trying to give me medicine and crap like that. I'm like, look, I'll go home and figure it out on my own. I don't need to be poisoned anymore by you. I've already been down that road several times. And, you know, I swear, if I was hemorrhaging to death, if I was freaking got my leg cut and, you know, I was dying or something like that, I could see it. You know, when I had my car wreck and I ran my car into a light pole and I had stitches from here to here, yeah, you know, I needed a doctor. You know, my head was freaking hanging open and I had to have stitches. And, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, 9 times out of 10, I really don't need your help. You know what I'm saying, guys? So, needless to say, I'm glad I didn't go to the doctor, because it would have just wore me out and get more of a waste of time, of energy, and money, and them saying, go home, take some ibuprofen, You'll be fine. Or here's some birth control pills. Take these. It'll just make it worse. I've done all of that stuff. The ibuprofen, now I'm going to be honest with you, it was so bad that I took some ibuprofen and I needed it. It was rough. But, you know, guys, and I'm going to be honest with you, what I really think, I was doing so good for 2 whole months. I was doing fantastic. And then it never fails. And I know, see, Siren Janine, you will totally agree with me on this one. I went to, I started dibble-dabbling around at the ice cream shop. There's this place that sells vegan ice cream in town, and it's so good. And I started eating that sugar. And it was just, all it started out with was 1 scoop. Then the next thing you know, every time I'm going into town, it turns into a little habit. I've got to have my ice cream. Well, that ice cream turned into 2 scoops. And then it turned into 3 times a week. Well, that was all it took, you know, and that was enough to send me into freaking, you know what I'm talking about, guys. Mennoriah City, from hell and back. Here I am. And guys, I know that this is resonating with some of you guys. I know it is. I'm not the only one. I just know it. I just feel it in my bones. My bones, and I just know it. And you know, I was just like crying out to God, and He showed me the way. God showed me the way. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. God showed me the way through this. Just like He's showing me the way right now. And, you know, it's just like you can do the surgery. When I have my bicycle wreck where I prolapsed my organs, you can do the surgery if you want to. Thank God I had a good enough gynecologist that said, but if you do, you're going to come back here 10 times worse than you were. And I was like, shoot, that's bad. I don't want to be 10 times worse than I am now. I'd rather not get the surgery. I'd rather do get to the root of the matter and figure out what's really going on here. You know what I'm saying, guys? And it's kind of like the same way with the birth control pill. You take that birth control pill so you can go into the nursing program, and it's like slapping a Band-Aid on your femoral artery that's bleeding out. It's only going to hold. It's not even, well, I mean, that's probably not a really good example. Let me think of another one. Hold on. I've got to put a pizza in for my kids. Well, my kid and my husband. My kids, I used to have kids, but they're all grown up now. 2 of my oldest ones. And Cat's Eye, if you're watching this video, I have not forgotten to do the, to give you some personal information. It's just, I'm trying to figure out what I want to say, because when I started my YouTube channel, I had promised my husband I wouldn't give out too much personal information, like my name and stuff like that, where we live, and you know, important details, because you know, I know big YouTubers, not personally, but they talk about how they're being stalked. Dan the Man, Life the Regenerator, you know, and he has been stalked by some woman for the past 7 years. She calls his home phone and everything, like it's insane. And, you know, it's really bad. Like, and you know, I've got kids. I don't want that happening. I don't want people messing with my family. You know what I'm saying? Not that I would ever get famous or anything like that. Like I mean, it'd be nice, but I kind of doubt it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Midlife crisis, here I am. But needless to say, you know, knowing my luck, I'd put all my information out there, and then everybody under the stars and moon would be like, wanting to see my channel, and then, so, I don't know what I'm going to say about my personal information, but I'll do that later. But, I'll give you enough details to where you will kind of be able to figure out, you know, my experience and so forth. Because I think that's really the main thing that people want to know. They want to know, like, how credible are you? Like, you know, how many degrees do you have? And stuff. I actually have 2 degrees. And I was working on my 3rd one. And, you know, guys, I've basically always been a stay-at-home mom. And, you know, college education didn't work out for me. It just did not. It just wasn't in the cards. Let's just put it that way. Long story short. But, I tried. I tried hard. Well, let me tell you, I didn't want to stay at home. And most women don't, because it's a lot more challenging than leaving everything and going off to work. But somebody has to be at home. So, I mean, somebody has to make sure that the kids aren't burning the house down, and, you know, that type of thing. But, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off, I think. Well, maybe I won't. I'll keep it rolling. It's just, I am getting low on battery. Okay, this is looking beautiful. It really is. It's looking amazing. Oh my gosh, look how green that is. That is a green drink, y'all. And it's going to be good because I put the lemon and the ginger in it. And I'm done. I'm done. This is lunch. This is my lunch. I mean, it is what it is. And this is going to give me so much energy. It's all that I need. And it's just amazing what this does for my body. I mean, this is breakfast and lunch. Earlier I had watermelon rind juice, and guys, you know, that's cheap. I was going to throw it away. And just out of the mercy of my heart, I said, no, I'm going to juice that and save some money. So I did. But I may have to cut this video off in case my husband comes in from outside and my son, you know, they're like, you're always on YouTube making videos, blah, blah, blah. They hate it, so sorry. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, this perimenopausal thing, heavy menstrual cycle, you know, a lot of people get their uteruses taken out. I'm glad that I'm not. I like what makes me a woman inside of me, and I don't want to lose that. Now, if you have to have that done, you know, for some reason, and you chose to do it, I'm not saying you're not a woman. That kind of sounded bad, but I want, let's just put it this way. I'm not going to do it just because everybody else is, and they're saying it's normal, because, you know, it's really not. Look, that's like blood. Man. This is like a blood transfusion, you guys. It really is. Like, this, I'm blown away. I really am. I'm just always blown away when I drink this stuff. Whew, this is one of those days, guys, where I don't care. I'm making a video. It is what it is. And I am who I am. Maybe it would look better at this angle. I don't want to scare some of you guys. That looks better. My battery will probably cut off. But yeah. So here we go. Yes. 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 This is amazing. I just want to say, guys, my house is a wreck. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But this is so worth it. I'm good to go. Wow. Oh. Man, that's setting me right as rain. You know what I'm saying, guys? But here's my gray hair, if you want to see what it looks like. See, mine is in the back, so like if I wore it down, it wouldn't look that bad. Like my mom was like, "Oh, yours is in the front. Yours is in the back. Most people's is in the front, and yours is in the back." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, isn't that wonderful? Thanks for noticing." Because I sent her a picture. I always wear my hair up, and you know, I'm finally kind of coming out of the closet. Coming out of the gray hair closet, man. Because that's life, and I'm really, you know, trying to portray truth on my YouTube channel, because I really want to help people. Like, I don't want to mask things that what's really going on. That's why I'm making this video about mennoriah, anemia. I haven't said anything about anemia, but when you lose tons of blood, like I've been losing, you get anemic. I've been short of breath. You know, but this juice is bringing everything. Oxygen, number one, is so important. Your body is made up of water, oxygen, carbon, and hydrogen. I think those are the top four. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please leave that down below, but I know it's somewhere around in there. I may have messed up on one of the last of the elements, but it's water and oxygen. And guys, breathing is critical. Like, that is so important. And stress will make you not breathe. It really will. When you're sitting there losing a lot of blood, you kind of start to hyperventilate and freak out. You know, look at my hands. It's beats. But, you know, it is what it is. And if my husband comes in and interrupts this video, at least I got this information out of what I did. But long story short is I wanted to share this with you. This is a big deal. Hold on. On days like this, I wear my cowboy boots. I'm wearing them because these boots were made for walking, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what I'll do. Because one of these days, these boots are going to walk right on over you, baby. So, it is. Okay. So, this. Okay, guys, I'm back. I talked to my mother on the phone, and we talked about menopause. I'm just kidding. We didn't. But yeah. So, what I wanted to talk about was this. And I'm sorry that this is so gross looking. There, that looks better. But I've had this for a while. But guys, this is amazing for if you're going through menopause and you've got low iron levels like I do because you're losing a lot of blood. This stuff is amazing. My kinesiologist recommended this. The bad thing about drinking beet juice is you always get a beet mustache. So instead of got milk, if you got a beet juice. Okay, anyway. So Max, it's Max Iron Tonic. Phytosynergistic, M4460. Okay, standard process. He had recommended me to do 2 teaspoons a day. I did a teaspoon in the morning and a teaspoon at night. Now, I did this for probably a month. And it really leveled my iron levels out. Now, I was doing so good until I went on this crazy, I gotta have my ice cream binge. Big mistake. I'm never going there again. That ice cream is so addictive. It's so stupid. Like, why even bother? Just eat fruit instead. It's so safe to eat fruit. It's always the sugar that gets me in trouble. It never fails, guys. It never fails. We do need carbs. We need sugar, but we don't need that freaking just plain sugar. Like, you know, I mean, those ice creams, it's like sitting there with like spoons full of sugar, you know, and just eating it. It's like not gonna work, guys. It's not gonna work. It's not healthy for people my age, and I just don't need it. But anyway, after doing this for a month, it really helped me. And he was like, okay, you can do a teaspoon a day. So I did that for like a month, and then he was like, you're good. He didn't even recommend that I take it. So I'm gonna go ahead, since I know that I'm low iron right now, I'm going to start taking 2 teaspoons again and then just kind of level off of it again and so forth. But it's really amazing of what this stuff has in it. It's got like nettle, ashwagandha, ginger, nettle leaf, some herbs I can't pronounce, but look this up online. It's really good. It's got some B vitamins. Got iron. It's a natural source of iron. And it's even got some like just look it up, the other ingredients, the flavors and stuff in it. But it's not have any sugar in it, so that's good. But I'm not selling this stuff. I just want you all to know, like, this is just my own personal experience. I'm not getting a kickback for recommending this stuff. I'm not affiliated with Amazon in any way. Like, I haven't even had time to do that. I've been wanting to do it, but I hadn't even had time to look into it. So, I mean, what I tell you guys is my honest experience and opinion with stuff. I'm not just doing things to try to sell things to make money. So, I'm going to go ahead and take my Femax, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't way too much TMI for some of you all, but I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.